Impostor syndrome. Is it real? No, because everyone's an imposter. I don't know what else to add to this, but somebody was asking about it and they said that they feel like an imposter at their workplace. And I don't know what your workplace is. Might be that Mad Magazine thing where you open it up and there's somebody with a little spring as a neck. And in that case, if you are in the extremely esoteric job of being a slinky, and you're not a slinky, maybe you are an imposter, who knows? That's just one of the millions of scenarios that are available to us in parallel universes. But in this universe, I just have to say this. I think everyone is. There's two things that really separate you in any job, right? One is natural ability and the other one is experience. But you know what experience gets gained with? Because it's the exact opposite. And I do like the fact that you have imposter syndrome, by the way. You really should pat yourself on the back there. And I will wait for you like a kindergarten teacher to do it. Well, this is fucking boring, isn't it? Have you done it? I hope so. I'm watching you. Yes, that's right. This is a Zoom. It's just that I'm constantly talking and you're sitting there. Isn't that weird that, like, if this was a Zoom and you were listening to me this whole time, there would be one thing on your mind? Shut the fuck up. But because it's just this, it's just a one-stream conversation. Go on. Yes, this is profound. Everyone does suck at their job, don't they? That's the truth. No, what I'm saying is, you have imposter syndrome because what you have actually is the exact opposite of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Just quick little bystander of it, and everybody always goes, "That's the Dunning-Kruger effect." But like a really ugly, quick little way of describing it is that it's just that you don't know anything, and so you think you know a lot, and then you read a little bit more, and you go, "Oh, I didn't know that," and then at some point the penny drops, and you realize, "Oh, I don't know anything." And I think that is the same when it comes to this. So, for instance, with this job, when I'm presenting, when I'm writing scripts, there's always a point in my mind where I always think, anyone could be doing this. And the truth of the matter is, anybody could be doing it. It's just that you have to learn a few techniques and do them over and over again, as I'm always saying. I do have one natural inbuilt thing, which is kind of, I guess, the yearning to be on camera. I don't know where that came from. But also, just I think that there's like a few little factors there, but you will have your own, right? You'll have a few of your own little factors that make you perfect for the thing that you just naturally feel good doing, right? But there will come a point where you think, it doesn't matter what you are, architect, doctor, because you've mastered those skills, you start thinking anyone could do this. It's somewhat correct. I'm here to allay your fears that everybody, in a way, is an imposter. Obama was saying this about being a president he was saying that he was the best that he was in his last year, because then he fully understood how the office worked and how everything, the scope of his power, what he could actually do, what he should be influencing. The rest of the time he's kind of just stabbing in the dark, which I think actually is why, in a way, now this is going to get a lot of hate, but dude, I honestly do think this. I really do think that Joe Biden is the best president we've ever had. In my age. But, like, look, who do I remember? I don't fucking remember Bill Clinton. I remember him, like, it was just like, is that his wife? Oh, why would she go for her? She's not even that hot. I remember thinking that when I was 8. So, there's that. I think I remember more about O.J. Simpson than Bill Clinton, to be honest. Then what happened? First black president. And then we went to George Bush. I remember George Bush. He sucked. Who else was after that? Yeah, it was Obama. He was a bit of a fizzle, wasn't he? Trump, well, he was funny. And then obviously it's Biden. It just seems like Biden is the closest to doing normal governmental things. And I think it's just because he's been around the office for so long. So just always know that every day that you are in your job, you are getting better at it. You are actually becoming more irreplaceable. That's not to say that you aren't replaceable. So I shouldn't use the word irreplaceable because that's exactly what it means. But you know what I'm trying to get at, right? I'm trying to say that, yeah, everyone on Earth is replaceable. That's definitely true. Some people, everyone has inbuilt abilities that just make them naturally better than someone else. So I think, for instance, the classic example here would be, say, Alan Jones getting replaced with Ben Fordham. Ben Fordham is a piece of cardboard, but that piece of cardboard is somehow, on an audio medium, keeping up ratings to an acceptable level that Nine Fairfax thinks, oh, this is fine, I just don't get as many nasty comments from sponsors. And so the piece of cardboard is better, even though, obviously, Alan Jones is a titan at his job. And then, obviously, he moved to Sky News, and he's the exact opposite of photogenic. He looks like an older version of the eunuch from Game of Thrones. But he does hold your attention with his voice. It's because something about him was just naturally drawing to listen to. He had a very authoritative voice. And so that's why he was such a titan when it came to radio. Everybody has their own little traits, is what I'm trying to say, which I have said 3 times. So let's try and slightly reword that again, shall we? Or maybe we could get on to the point of imposter syndrome after 5 minutes and 54 seconds. That might be a good idea. But yes, I think that anybody that feels imposter syndrome is actually just being really intelligent about the situation and realizing what I did. If anybody puts in the effort, anyone can do. But here is the key distinction. You actually did. And that of mine. Fuck. A lot of other people could do exactly what you are doing. They just can't be bothered to put in the grind, which is a phrase that a lot of the self-help fuckwits from my generation use. Give me this stupid, not even a haircut anymore, but just halfway between getting a metrosexual gay man haircut and being 17 and being like, I just want to skate. Anyway, give me that over a cat backwards any day. Anyone that has a cat backwards trying to offer you advice that is 40, nah, not happening. Sorry. Why are you wearing that? It's the same with Keemstar. Give it up. Give up the cap. Come on. You're not playing basketball. You're not fooling anyone. Anyway. The whole point about having imposter syndrome actually is, I think, a sign of intelligence. And what you should be thinking about when you have it is that is humbling. That every day you should be putting in your all as much as you can and take what you have, any opportunities that you have, with gratitude and be trying to squeeze the utmost out of it. That is a great way to be, because having imposter syndrome means that the Dunning-Kruger effect is completely wiped out, and now you're just left with the idea that what you are doing is honing a skill forever. The difference between me and somebody else, okay, I have the natural ability, I guess, to just be a little more engaging. I'll shut up about that because that's not engaging at all. But other than that, I think the only thing that I have now is just the fact that I've been doing it for so long. So I feel like I'm bad at my job. And I'm sure that a lot of other people will, and there'll be some very uncharitable comments about it. But, compare it to someone else. That's what we're getting at here. Experience. Experience matters. And so what you should be always trying to gather experience in is what you have the natural ability in. And that's it. That's all you should ever think about yourself as having. Like, not that you're destined to be there. That I suppose the closest that you could be is a natural, but a natural, just like a athlete has a coach, you might have the natural ability, but do you have the commitment to hone the skill? And if you have the commitment to hone the skill, that's the most important part. And so anyway, this is what I want you to take away from it. If you feel like you have imposter syndrome, probably what you have is a lot of experience. And a lot of experience shows you that no matter what you're doing in life, a lot of things can go wrong. And on top of that, a lot of people can be doing it because, like everything, every skill ever really can be broken down to just 7 sub-skills, really. And so what you've just cottoned onto is, I figured out a bit of those skills. Anyway, if you liked that, because I do think that it's just one of those, like, time for a dose of reality with Dr. Shanks. Coming up next on Dr. Shanks, he's going to be telling you to sign up to his Patreon. Stay tuned. Well, you don't even have to. How good's that? You can just listen to it right now, in real time. If you sign up to the Jordan Shanks Patreon, you are going to get access to exclusive videos like this. This is just for you. and let's be honest, hundreds of other people at this point. But they've all signed up, and you know what else I'm seeing as well? I am seeing very few people knock off. Like every month it grows, meaning that the people that are there are seeing the value in it. And obviously you'll be seeing the value in it because it's about you. It's about you and giving you the best skill sets that you can have. And by skill sets, I just mean how to get your mind right so that you can get the most out of every day. And that is going to accumulate over time to a life that just has a natural trajectory that moves above everybody else. And that's what there is nothing else that is a better investment. Nothing else. You try and find something else that is better than that. For fuck's sake, it's cheaper than Netflix. Cheaper than Netflix, not going to destroy your mind. Not filled with stupid, useless crap. And let's be honest, this is the worst thing about it. And this is not, even though this is a bit of a brag, but I'm telling you, I am more entertaining than a lot of $200 million films on Netflix. But again, it is not because I'm so great. It's just that a lot of those Netflix originals are crap. So make sure that you sign up to Jordan Shanks. Go up to the 2 videos. Why not? The Wayne Dyer tier. Go to the Wayne Dyer tier, and I'll see you next week.